Hello everybody, this is a Lamley showcase, sneak peek showcase from one of my favorite spots on the planet, really. I'm down in Tucson, Arizona, visiting family. I've shot a couple of videos from this spot. This is Pinal Air Park north of Tucson, and it's a graveyard for airplanes, and it's fantastic. I don't know, it's just like that little boy in me comes out every time I see this place. Old airplanes, I have no idea if these will ever be in the air again. Doesn't look like it. They're probably being salvaged for parts at some point, but you'll see some airplanes being repaired, some airplanes being decommissioned. It's pretty fantastic here. I'd love to explore a little bit more, but I thought that I would use this location to do some sneak peeks. Hot Wheels sent over a few sneak peeks, premium and basic. We're going to do basic today, and I think you'll like what we're going to see. So we'll walk right through them right here in front of all these dead airplanes. So we're going to start with some of the stuff that's already been completed. So we're going to see them in mixes very soon. I don't know exactly what mixes, but we're going to start with this one. I'll try and show you if I can. This is the Rink Racer, obviously a Zamboni. Designed by Brian and, let's see. Brian, Benedict and Zhao designed this one. I think it's got a removable part on it. I'll put it on the turntable so you guys can see it a little bit more clearly. But obviously we see things like this. Racing golf carts, racing toilets, racing Zambonis make a lot of sense. I wonder if Hot Wheels has already done one before, but this one is pretty fantastic. Trying to think of some of the things to say about it, but obviously it just makes a lot of sense for Hot Wheels to do something like this, and so you have a racing Zamboni. This one, because it's done, you see the deco on it, everything else, it's going to be out very, very soon. Next one. All right, this one's really cool. This one was designed by Ron Wong. Ron is doing most of the premium designs. In fact, we'll talk about some of his stuff when I do the premium sneak peeks, but we're going to be doing more stuff with him because his designs are going to start coming out here real soon. But this is a Hong Kong bus. This one, what's the name of this one? Kowloon Hypervan. This one, I think it has from what Ron told me, it's based on a Hong Kong transport minivan or minibus, sorry. I believe the front section of this is where the Mattel headquarters used to be. Ron worked in the Hong Kong office for Mattel before moving to California to do the premium designs, which is very, very cool. And this one he wanted to do. Now, like I said, he's doing mostly premium, but here he gets to do some basics with this really, really cool design. We've seen some of these more, I don't want to say regional, but international style vehicles, you know, done in the Hot Wheels race format, but format or whatever style. And but it's cool to see these tributes or homages or shout outs to these different areas of the world, and this Hong Kong minibus is one of those. All right, let's get to another one. Porsche, right? Got to do a Porsche. This one's been seen before. I think we've seen it in some sneaks. Maybe all of these you've seen. I have no idea, but I know that Mattel sent these and I enjoy showing them. This is a Porsche. It is the Porsche 904 Carrera GTS. Really, really cool to see this one being done. Very deserving Porsche. I like to see the classics that are being done. The nose is, yeah, look at the nose. Kind of fits in nicely with that airplane, doesn't it? Kind of profile that. Look at that. Aerodynamic, classic aerodynamic. Anyway, this one's really, really cool. Seen it before, but this one's coming out, I think, very soon. I don't know if we've seen it in the package yet, but yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what the mix is, but obviously doing a racing Porsche like this is going to be very, very popular. And this is not the only Porsche. Fraser designed this one. And then I think he designed quite a few. Fraser, Craig, I'm going to be doing a video with the basic designers here soon, so you can kind of get a sense of who they are. I might go out to Mattel to do that and get a sense of their designs, what they like, that sort of stuff. Should be pretty cool. But this Porsche is coming real soon. Okay, I did a little tease on Instagram, and some of you thought this was that Lightning from last year that Hot Wheels released. That is not the case. This is the Maverick. The Model Bilstein Maverick. What's the official name? Oh, airplane taking off. Not a jet, though. This is the 2022 Ford Maverick Custom, very much done in the same, kind of in the same vein as the other one, right? You've got a racing style. Love the use of the new 4-spoke wheels on this one. Obviously some racing style detailing on this, but this is really nice. I like that Lightning. This one I think is better. A little smaller, seems a little bit more in proportion. The wheels just look perfect. I really like the kind of the clean racing deco that this one gets as well. Maverick, so they took the Maverick name and they turned it into this kind of truck, right? It kind of seems like a replacement of the Ranger, but I think this one looks really cool. So I think that's all of the complete ones. So let's go to some prototypes now. Casting's done, but no deco. When I did the tease, a lot of questions about this one. We're seeing more and more of these tuned models, and this is fantastic. This is the Ken Mary Skyline, but as many of you noted when I did the tease, this is actually the Liberty Walk. So we've seen the Liberty Walk in basic, and then it's been moved to premium. I teased that one coming to Team Transport. It was in the Skyline set. Now we have a tuned basic Skyline 2000 GTR Liberty Walk. You can see the detailing on the back is what gives it away on that Liberty Walk styling, obviously on the headlights as well. These tuned cars are perfect, or this is a perfect addition to the tuned cars is what I was going to say. And you know what? They're pretty perfect too. They're a nice direction for Hot Wheels. Rio started doing these, and the team has continued since Rio did, well, I think the Golf, Silverado. Now we've seen quite a few other ones. Porsche last year. This Liberty Walk Ken Mary, I just love. The styling is perfect. It just works. This might be the most perfect of these tuned models because obviously it's very much a Japanese design influence. And to take a very Japanese car, the Ken Mary Skyline, and do this to it is pretty fantastic. So this one I think is going to be a huge hit. My assumption, we'll see this in blue with black trim, just like the Liberty Walk. I think this one's awesome. Moving on to another one that kind of fits nicely. The nose of that car fits the nose of these airplanes. This one looks familiar, right? We've seen it in premium. It moves to basic, but I think this is just a belt from basic model. This is the Di Tommaso Pantera. We've seen Pantera-like castings. This is the first time we're seeing the actual licensed Pantera. You know, the premium looks fantastic. This one is a little bit, probably a different, I'd have to compare the two. I didn't do that. We'll just have a look at this one. Maybe once it's done and we see the finished deco on this one, we can do some comparisons. But another one that's just fantastic to see in basic, in the $1 range that we can get. And it looks like it's super, super clean. Hopefully it gets a super, super clean deco as well. Trying to give you enough detail on it so you can see what it's going to look like. And just this one looks like it's just been Fraser. I think Fraser did this one as well. I haven't been saying what all these, most of these are Fraser, and you kind of know what he likes in this one. I can tell is one that he was really excited to do, and now we see it in basic. Two more, one classic, one current. We'll go with the classic. The Porsche you've already seen. We'll do the Porsche last, but this is the classic, and what a classic it is. Obviously not finished yet, but this is the casting, and if you, I think some of you recognize it. If you don't, that is the Honda S800 Racing. So we're going to probably see this one in a racing livery. The Honda, this is a classic Honda, right? The Honda S800. I think it's been done, well, it hasn't been done as Hot Wheels, but I think you typically see it as a soft top. This one gets hard top, probably in some sort of racing livery. Obviously, if you look it up, you might see some really, in fact, I have to do that. So maybe we'll see some sort of classic license livery, or not, we'll see some sort of homage. But this one's going to be a really cool classic Japanese car. And I think another one that, you know, like this, you know, I see some color, oh, I'm tired of JDM. Not when you get stuff like this. Well, I mean, I'm never going to be tired of JDM, but these kind of cars is what you want to see. And this one will very much be in line with a classic race car. You could go American classic, European classic. This one as a Japanese classic race car is going to be really, really cool to see. And you can see that it's not overdone in its details. It has a very stock-like feel to it. But, you know, obviously with some racing details as well. Obviously no bumpers on the front or the back. This one I am really excited about. And probably of all these, I'm most excited about seeing how this one develops. One more. All right, well, I should mention, Brian Zhao did the Liberty Walk Skyline. Fraser did all the others. And before the wind blows this one off, we'll finish off with this Porsche. Some of you called it, when I teased it, the Dakar Porsche 911. The official name of this one is the Porsche 911 Rally. This one is going to be fantastic. Very much looking forward to this one being done. You can see the details. It is a Dakar style, right? It's going to be lifted. I don't know if we're going to see the 5-spoke wheels on this one when it's done, or if we're going to see something else. But this one, not overly lifted, but it does have obviously an elevated feel to it. And it's got the detailing on the top part of the window piece. I'm assuming they'll go tinted windows to give this kind of a break on top so it doesn't look too clear like this prototype shows, but obviously in this prototype form. You get a sense of the casting. You may not get a sense of what the details are going to look like, but I think this one is going to be obviously a huge, huge hit. Fraser designed this one as well. We are done. That's what's coming. You guys tell me what you think. I'm going to shut this down and look at some more airplanes. Maybe explore just a little bit, because this is pretty fun. Maybe one of these days I can actually get inside and see some of these other planes. Wouldn't it be fun to like just film in one of these? That would be pretty sweet. You guys tell me what you think. Tell me which model you're most excited for. Hot Wheels team, thank you for sending these. I will get them packed up and sent back to you. More sneaks coming. Thanks, everybody. Bye.